Doc Favors here, sitting in the office, and I thought about something that one of our clients said, and I immediately thought about you all in our community. And that is, a question came about that says, hey, is there any way that we can speed up the process in terms of, getting me to where I want to be? And my normal inclination, watch this, guys, my old paradigm was getting ready to say, hey, you know what? You can't rush the process, so on and so forth, because it's a learning curve. But then I remember something that I read that I want to share a resource with you guys. You all know I'm all about sharing. And this book right here by Price Pritchett, you all, literally changed my perspective overnight. And there is a chapter in here about U squared. And I want to read a little bit to you. And if you don't have this book, I really suggest you go and get it. So here's the thing. He says, most people operate with the mindset that assumes success comes one step at a time. Now, you and I both know we've all experienced this type of education. We were all taught this same thing. And for the most part, it is true. I'm not knocking education. I'm a product of it. But sometimes in your life, when you really get to a place and you really come into harmony with the goals and the desires that you want, you really get to a place where you understand that God has put some things in place, put some pieces, move some pieces for your good. Then you understand, you all, that, hey, you know what? I should not have to wait and go through it this way. So Price Pritchett, the author, then says this: the unspoken but popular notion is that we must move systematically from our present level of achievement to the next. Then the thinking goes from the stage we can begin working toward, graduating to still the next higher level in sequence, gradual process. And once again, you all, I'm going to tell you, we have found ways to expedite. And this is what I told my client, one of my clients I have right now in one of our programs. I told her, I said, you know what, if you really want to do this and you're willing to work, you're willing to put the time in, you're willing to really go hard, right? Then we can U square your results and get you to a level of peak performance sooner than later. But it's going to require some real discipline. And so she said, well, what are you talking about? I said, I want you to go and get this book right here. It's called U Squared. And I want you to begin adding this to the already curriculum that we have. Understanding now that the word U square mean or implies an explosive jump, right, in your personal performance that puts you far beyond the next logical step. So that means you got to change the way you're thinking. You got to now start to think illogical when it comes to regular logical opportunities. You got to start almost thinking supernatural, right? You got to start to put yourself in the mindset that says, you know what it took my mentor to learn in 10, I can do in 3. And I'm going to tell you all right now, what took me 10 years to learn, I'm now and got a track record. Now that all the clients we've been dealing with in the Essential Leaders Institute, we now have a track record that says we can show you in a 6-month program, even to a year program, what took me 9, 10, 11, 12 years to learn. I found a way to condense that information, give it to you, and we're getting massive results. It's almost shockingly, it's almost crazy, I ain't gonna lie to you, to see what people are doing. I mean, to take where they are now, and in a matter of months, working with some of the principles that we're talking about, like this one and others and the like. But what he says in the book, and what I believe, because I went through it myself, is that you can U square yourself through peak performance and really changing your mindset. That means how you think about it, your approach to it, your perception of that thing. Now, I want to give you an example of this, man, that really blessed me, okay? Once again, if you look at this book, U Squared, for example, you see this right here, okay? But on the other side of this book is the back of the book, right? Now, what you see is you. What I see is the power of you. Now, once again, depending on where you're at, you see the word you. On the back, it says, if you can read that, the power of you, right? About the power of U squared. Now, it's not a play on words, you all, but it has everything to do with perception. It has everything to do with the mindset and how you see things, how you see your environment, your results, yourself for that matter. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, when she asked that question, I said, you know what, I got something for you. And it's a little small book, man, but it's so powerful. When you think about, man, I can really square myself, get into a vibration, get into a level of thinking where I can bring results fast. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, this information is not new. It's been hidden. And many people, let me tell you all something that I'm really finding, man. One of the hardest things to do is to work on self and dig deep into yourself, why you believe the way you believe, why you act the way you act, why you perform, and why you behave the way you behave. It's a very serious phenomenon that we're finding, that people know what they want to do. They know they some of them even have ideas about doing it. But here's the thing. They never put it into action. They never get going. And the question then that I'm getting a lot, you all, is, well, what's wrong with me? How come I can't do it? I said, there's nothing wrong with you. Hey, come here. Come here a little bit. Let me talk to you. Hey, you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your mind, your consciousness. The only reason that you aren't really producing to the level that you want to do consistently is awareness, people. And that's why awareness is one of the things that we teach in terms of how to use Square. So, hey, I know it sounds like I'm a little all over the place, but I was so excited to introduce this book to you. I'm going to be doing a few more chapters out of this book to kind of share with you how promising this book is, how much it'll change your life. U Squared by Price Pritchett, PhD. It will bless your life. We use it in our programs. We use it to show people who are ready now, okay? Because it's going to take some work, but you can work. Here's what I put up. You can work hard now, you can work hard later, but eventually you're going to have to work. So, is it going to be one day or is it going to be day one? You have to make that decision. So with that being said, guys, once again, if something that I said landed with you or resonated with you, for all of the people here who are just watching, I'm Doc Favors. I am the owner and co-founder of the Essential Leaders Institute along with my wife. And we believe that if we help you strengthen your mind, you can create the life of freedom that you want through mindset and business coaching. That's what we do here. So if anything landed you all, do your boy a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, share the broadcast. And as always, we have some private groups that we're going to be doing some things. We got another free event coming up, but you got to join the private Facebook group. So I'll leave that link down below. And if you're interested, hey, come on over and become a part of the family, y'all, because we are changing lives. And we got a track record to prove it. So once again, Doc Favors here, you all. Hey, be positive on purpose and not by accident. We'll see you next time.